right, but first, Natalie, let's talk some American Idol this morning, as we love doing. And this morning, we have a very special guest joining us to also talk a little Idol and what's ahead. The one and only Bobby Bones is back on the show this morning. I always love talking with you. Good to see you again, Bobby.
Thank you guys for having me on. Always love talking with you as well. So thanks for letting me be on your channel again. So let's talk American Idol.
I know. Hollywood, we're finally able to kind of dive in. Talk about, with everything, because it was nice to see these contestants back in kind of in the real world again. How are things different, you think, for Hollywood in this crazy world that you guys had to produce this in?
Well, I can tell you that, for me, when I flew to California to shoot this, the Hollywood Week that's going to air this week, it's weird because we hadn't left our houses in a long time. And all of last season, we shot, for the most part, from our houses. But it was like, let's go full blast. We're getting back in person. There were precautions, meaning I wasn't allowed to go within 6 foot of a contestant to mentor them, which is hard for me because, I like to put my hand on their shoulder. And if they're struggling, to go, hey, let me work with you through this. But it was still so much better than being on computers. I mean, you could just feel a rejuvenated feeling between Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, Seacrest, myself, just to be able to work in person with these people. From the artists, the kids, the young adults, they were super pumped to be able to play to someone that wasn't on their phone. So with this
so
season
true.
of American Idol, and especially, in Hollywood Week, when the judges and we have a big stage, they're just so excited to perform in real life. And I was so excited to be in real life, and you're going to see that on the show.
Well, we're so excited that we have 5 Bay Area contestants who made it to Hollywood Week this year. I want to get your thoughts, though, as a mentor. I've always wanted to ask this. When you are working with a contestant and you feel like you guys are on the same page and then they get up there to perform, do you get nervous? Are you excited? You've got to be like that coach in the background, like thinking, okay, no, that's not what we talked about. That is what we talked about. Walk us through what it's like when you're watching a performance.
Some of these performers, they don't need my help, right? Like a good coach knows when some people need their help and some don't. And, some don't, they go and crush it. When I get nervous is when I really tell someone, hey, I think if you do this specific thing, that will work for you. And for me, when they go up and do that specific thing, hopefully the judges are like, that's great. There have been a couple of times where they were like, we don't like that. And I'm like, oh no, I told them to do that. So there is some nerves that come into play when someone that I'm working with gets up. For the most part, we've done pretty good. At the end of the season too, I get to pick a whole night of songs. That to me is probably the most nerve-wracking when I'm telling them what song to sing, because if they don't do well, they can just blame it on me. And I don't want that.
It's Bobby's fault. Blame him.
Can we talk about the judges for a second? Because Natalie and I have both noticed that I almost feel like as much as contestants grow throughout a season, these guys have also grown. And I really have come to appreciate the advice and the advice that you're able to give these contestants. I mean, I feel like they're spot on more than ever, I think, when I watch this season.
Yeah, I would compare it to, any profession or hobby we have. The more you do it, the better you get at it, because you've done it wrong a bunch of times. You learn what doesn't work, what does work. But also with the judges, the longer they're together, the more time they can spend together and know how each of them communicate. So they learn how to communicate to the contestants. They learn how to communicate within each other. They're great friends. That entire show, there's 5 of us, right? The 3 judges, Ryan and myself. And we've been doing it for 4 seasons together. And as you two know, the longer you're with someone, the more you can support them when they need it. The more they can learn to support the contestants when they need it. They can see when someone's struggling on the stage. So, being great friends and also having, this is our 4th season, that really makes for a better show for everyone. I'll tell them you guys said that. They often wonder, sometimes Luke will ask me, man, do you think anybody thinks we're doing a good job? So I'm going to tell Luke you guys said that.
Yes, we are. Yes, we do.
So good to see you. We'll see you this weekend for Hollywood Week.
All right. Bye, guys. Good to see you.